You're listening to the Spiritual Highways Podcast with Leigh Ann and Michelle.
Hey, friend.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I am well. I'm liking this weather change. Like, while I'm inside, I feel like outside should be a different temperature and feel altogether. And so, I know it seems kind of weird, but I'm kind of liking that. Even though it's like, I feel like
pretending that it's cooler outside than it actually is?
No, it's not so much the temperature as it is like the whole atmosphere. Like, I feel like it's October outside. When I look out the window, in my mind, it's October outside.
Okay, so you're full on pretending. You're full on delusional is what you are.
Yeah.
It's still like August outside.
You know what I do? I know this is... This may be way off topic. Well, it's absolutely... Not really. We haven't... Anyways, let me just spit it out. So, I noticed that the leaves are starting... Even though the temperature has not changed, really, the leaves are starting to fall. So, does a leaf just have like a lifespan and then it falls?
Maybe.
And then it changes color?
So
like,
I'm not
how
sure.
does that work? Is it temperature driven?
Well, because we're in the South, we're not going to really see a lot of leaves change color before they fall.
But how do they know if the temperature doesn't change, how does a leaf know when to fall or change color?
Well, for southern trees in a warmer climate, their parameters are going to be a little different. So in the northern states, you have a tell, the leaves change color and
You're
then
missing.
they die.
Nope. If the temperature has not changed at all.
Why are they dropping?
Correct. How do they know? Is it just their time to go? Like a love bug? Like I've reached the end. Yep, time's up. Yep, ready to go. You either change colors or you fall.
Sorry, I just found you, but my time is up.
That's right. That's right. So, I mean, so if anybody has some insight, I'm just curious. I probably could Google it, but that's a lot of words for Google.
Yeah,
so,
that is a lot of, like, they would require some digging, and it makes me tired.
I know. But it's something I've been thinking a lot about.
No, that's interesting. I never thought about it.
I don't know. I guess it's just the leaf is ready. So
I think, yeah.
Maybe. Well,
maybe leaves know when it's their time.
I guess. I really would like to know the answer to that.
I mean, trees are pretty efficient.
They really are. Some of them, for the most part. Except for I heard there's something with Bradford Pears that are... Anyways, we're not even going to go there because I think that's a whole thing. That's like a whole conspiracy type thing, I think.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're like the not even a tree. They're like the anti-tree tree that everybody gets them because they grow quickly and they're pretty, but then they split because they're really just like a glorified big weed. Oh yeah, you should look that up.
But you can eat their fruit.
No, Bradford pear. You
can't eat a pear.
No,
they don't make pears.
Nope.
Oh, so it's deceptive all the way around.
Well, exactly, because I think it looks like a pear, because it is pretty. You look it up and you're going to be like, oh my God, I've seen this everywhere. But like a lot of people will tell you that it's a whole thing. Like, they're like the worst thing in the world that you should never plant a Bradford pear.
We just went down a rabbit hole.
Okay, yes, we did. Okay, sorry about that. Reeling it in. Sorry. I think we have, yeah, okay. We may go down a few rabbit holes today, I think. One, I do want to address, I think we need to go back on our last episode.
Where you were a rebel?
Yes. And I've decided that I'm going to rebel against the rebel in me. Like, I'm going to rebel against my rebel.
Okay. Tell me what that looks like.
Okay. So, I'll give you two examples. One, going back to the last time, like how I was intentionally breaking the law by jaywalking. So I decided, like, okay, we left it off with, like, I don't know how to fix it. Like, what am I supposed to do? So right. I think that this is definitely a work in progress because Lord knows I'm a work in progress.
Well, we all are.
Oh, yeah, for everything. But so the next time, like right after we recorded, I went to go to yoga, and I went to go to cross the street, and guess what? I'm like, I'm not doing this. And I felt the little rebel person on my shoulder saying, go across that street. You don't need to go to the crosswalk. And I said, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to rebel against the little rebel guy. You know, I envisioned me with like a bandana in my head and a sleeveless like shirt with like a rebel flag on it and some cut off blue jean shorts, like going, yeah, you know? And I'm like, we're not going to do that. And so I intentionally set out to, as much as my whole body wanted to just cross the street and jaywalk, I was like, I'm going to use the crosswalk. And I did. And then when I got across the crosswalk, I'm like, wow. It felt so nice. Because I'm like, I felt like...
Well, you shifted your intention.
I did. But then I felt like I won. Like, I needed a trophy. And so I kind of peacocked the rest of the way. Like, yeah, what's up now? And it empowered me a little bit. But I'm not going to lie, the little rebel was like...
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Well, and then I noticed, okay, a little bit more practical. I mean, not really. But just another way that it can be applied, I guess, is I think we mentioned the fact that I write in this notebook that I found, and yes. I love it. Okay, I love it.
It's full.
It is completely full. I literally have no pages left. And so I went, and I've been on a hunt to try to find them, and they're very hard notebook to find. I found two in the Barnes & Noble, but they were jacked up, like bad. And so I couldn't even use them, which now I wish I'd have gotten it no matter what. But this is how particular I am. The pages in this book are like a little bit of fade. They're like a little soft sepia tone. Mm-hmm. Well, I got this new one, and I was all excited. You know, the earth laughs and flowers, Ralph Emerson. And I'm all excited, couldn't wait to start writing in it, and I went to write in it, and I was like, ugh. It
has a different glare on it.
Oh.
I think it's the glare. It's how it reflects back to you.
Yes, and I don't like it.
Interesting.
And I left off in the one that I just wrapped up, the last date on that was August 24th. Okay, so I couldn't wait to write in this notebook. So, of course, August 28th, I started writing in it. Yep. And you know how far I got? 3 days.
And then done.
Yeah. I'm not feeling this at all. Now, I couldn't put this other one down, and I'm going to have to fight my rebel, the rebel in me that says, no, I'm not going to write in this. And I'm going to have to write in it, even though I don't want to. So I guess I'll learn whatever lessons I need to learn.
Yeah, things aren't always pleasant.
I know. I feel like I did get something out of it. I'm having to suck up how I feel about it and just write in it. So whatever
bigger picture that means.
Yes. So I know I'm kind of like taking over.
No, but with the rebel, I want to get back to this rebelling against the rebel, because you just shifted your intention. Instead of focusing on, I'm not doing that, you shifted it to, I am going to do that. And I'm going to show the little voice in me that says, I'm not doing that, who's boss. So you just shifted your intention, which kind of rewired your thought about it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many areas of our lives that we need to do that.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, a crosswalk is a fluffy example of so many things in our lives that we should probably shift our perspective on.
Well, speaking of shifting perspective, I guess that's how I need to look at this, as in, okay, I'm going to try to change my thoughts as far as, like, now I'm hyper focused on the color of these pages every time that I go to write. Like, if I can kind of harness control of my mind, I'll feel like I have somewhat won.
Yeah.
So, and not, like, Leigh Ann, you're not a crazy obsessive weird that these pages are not. But I'm glad to know that there is a difference, though, in the pages, because
it's not just
me. Because
there is a difference.
Yeah. So if that's not weird enough, I have something that I learned.
Okay.
Very random. All right.
If you think it's random,
it is extremely random.
Okay.
But so the other day I spent 2 days, and I was really like, I could not do anything else, literally. Like I just was, I could tell that Spirit was like, you need to stay still. And so I'm writing, and I'm trying to write in this bright, reflective book. And I walked into the kitchen, and I saw the show and I looked at it. For some reason, it was just like, look at me, look at me. And it was Rambo. And I'm like, huh, okay. Well, I realized in that moment that I've referenced Rambo, but I've never seen it.
Are you kidding?
I had never seen it.
I haven't seen it in like 30 years. But
I know, but I remember like our neighbor, I remember him being like all into Rambo, and like the Rambo, I knew what a Rambo knife looked like, which was even weird, more strange, you know. But anyways, so I go back in my room, I'm like, I just felt compelled to watch it. So I watched Rambo 1 and then Rambo 2. And then I'm like, okay. I cried in Rambo 1, by the way. At the end, that is sad. Okay? So don't worry, I'm going to make sense in a moment. So the next day, it was only natural to watch Rambo 3, because it's like, I don't know, I really liked it. But I was blown away that within the first 10 minutes of the movie, I knew why I had spent all that time watching Rambo 1 and 2. So I have to explain.
Oh, please explain.
Yes.
Because I'm really curious to see how Rambo enlightened you.
Okay. So here's the thing. For those of you who have not seen Rambo, and that pretend like you have seen Rambo, but you have really not. He is a veteran, Vietnam veteran, and he came, Rambo 1 is like he came into town, and anyways, he's Green Beret and Special Forces and amazing.
Heavily decorated.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. And so in Rambo 3, I'll just kind of stick with Rambo 3. Rambo's done his time, and he is like, he's tired. He is living in a monastery with monks, and his commander comes to him, and he wants him to go do a mission with him. And he's like, he's not having any part of it. He's like, I've done my time. I'm done with it. And the commander is like, he goes into this, they have this dialogue, and it just, God, it blew me away. But he says, what caught my attention first, when he says, when are you going to come full circle? So this is the commander talking to Rambo, and he asked him, when is he going to come for full circle? And that immediately caught my attention, because we have said that countless amount of times, right? So in this, to kind of set up what I'm talking about, is this is the commander and him talking, and he says, the commander asked him, well, you said that this war is over, and I think the one out there is, but the one inside of you is not. And I know the reasons that you're here, John. John is Rambo. But it doesn't work that way. You may try, but you can't get away from what and who you really are. And so Rambo says, well, what am I? He says, a full-blooded combat soldier. And so Rambo says, not anymore. I don't want any part of that. And then the commander said, well, that's too bad, because you're stuck with it. And then he goes on to tell him this story. And the story goes that there once was a sculptor, and he found a stone, and it was a special stone, and he dragged it home, and he worked on it for months until he finally finished. And when he was ready, he showed it to his friends, and they said that he had created a great statue. And the sculptor said that he hadn't created anything, that the statue was always there. He just cleared away the small pieces. And so the commander goes on to tell him that we didn't make you a fighting machine. We just shifted away and chipped away at the rough edges. You were always going to be tearing away at yourself until you come to terms with what you are, until you come full circle. And so the next thing that Rambo says is, I guess I'm not ready yet. And then the commander says, well, I've got to move. So let me just pause right there.
This was in Rambo 3?
Yeah. And I'm like having this, wait, I've got to rewind that, because I need to take that in. I thought, So here he is, the commander sees the power and he sees what the potential, Rambo has in him. And he's just like, Rambo is like, I am done. I am just sitting here and I just want to like be at peace with all these monks, knowing he is like the opposite of a monk, really. And but he's comfortable there. He doesn't want to have to go outside and be who he is. And so I thought the next thing was when the commander says, well, I got to move on. And the fact that he says, well, I guess I'm not ready. How many times do you want to see somebody's potential and you know what potential that they have? And you want them so bad to see what it is. Like, you're so good at this. Or somebody that can draw and doesn't draw. Or, somebody with talent that doesn't use it. And you can show somebody, you could tell somebody all you want, how great they are, but they have to feel it and they have to be ready. They have to be that leaf that's ready to fall off the tree, I guess. Oh. And, but the commander was like, I can't wait on you forever.
Right.
I'm going to go ahead and do my thing. Well, of course, in the movie, what happens? But the commander gets in
a bind.
Yeah, and so of course, now Rambo has to come to his rescue, and so what caught my attention next was the conversation. So now Rambo's like, oh yeah, now it's on because they've got my buddy, and now I've got to go save the day. So he's ready at this point, even though he might not have fully been ready. Now it's like his survival, those instincts kicked in, and he's now becoming what he is meant to do. And so the conversation that he has is whenever he meets up with this rebel that is supposed to take him to where his commander is being held captive, and he looks at him and he says, "You don't look like a soldier." And so Rambo just kind of doesn't. He's not going to engage in this frivolous conversation at all. And he said, well, pretty much we're going to go anyways. And he says, well, I can't take just one man and lead you to the fort. It'll take an army. So he is just looking at him like, there's no way that this one dude is going to have what it takes. And he says, I can tell by your appearance that you don't have any experience in war. And Rambo says, well, I fired a few shots. And then the rebel laughs and he says, a few shots. Maybe you should go home and think about it over again for a very long time. And Rambo says, I did think it over. And so the rebel says again, well, you did, but it's your choice. Let me tell you, you can't get this American on your own. If you do fail, don't blame me. I will accept no responsibility. And that was like, wait a minute, pause. That to me was like the perfect analogy of like all the naysayers and the people that are around you saying, oh, you got to stay at the monastery because Lord knows you're not meant for war or you're not meant to do something else. And you know what? If something goes wrong, don't blame me because I'm telling you, I'm trying to keep you down.
I told you. Yeah.
Right. And then he says, and I'm not going to accept any responsibility. Well, you know what? Would he have accepted any responsibility if he would have won?
Right. He would take ownership if he won.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, I hope I said that right. But it just made me think, who are the people that are around you saying that you can't do it? Are they really saying you can't do it? And are they going to accept responsibility either way? If you fail or if you succeed?
Right. Will they be there to be like, don't worry, you can try again? Or,
yeah,
hey, congratulations, I knew you had it in you. Like, either way, are they going to be there?
And can they take responsibility for your success besides to be there to support you?
No, they can pat you on the back, but they don't get, it's your success.
Right. So they can't accept any responsibility for you at all. And so no matter what they say, it really doesn't matter. I mean, it always helps.
I mean, it might make you feel good
right.
to hear something positive, but
Absolutely.
in the end, it has no relevance.
Right. I don't know. Maybe it was silly, but
no, it
was very, it just made me really think about how much you can you're going to end up being whatever you're meant to be, and no matter what.
Right.
You know, and sometimes it gets overwhelming and you're like, okay, I want to quit, and you want to go sit in a monastery.
Yeah.
You know, but when your personal legend, like they say in The Alchemist, like your soul purpose is your soul purpose, and you are who you are, and it's all about breaking down these little pieces that are around you to
reveal
right who you truly are.
Yeah. And no one can make you move forward if you're not ready. But once you're ready, no one's going to stop you.
That is amazing. I love that.
Well, I mean, you just said that pretty much. I just wrapped it up in 2 sentences.
No, you're so good at wrapping bows. No, but that's brilliant, Michelle. If you're not ready to move forward, no one can make you, but once you're ready, no one can stop you. Like, we should write to Rambo and say, hey, you may want to include this in your movie. But I mean, who would have
But I feel like I need to go watch Rambo 3 because I don't remember any of that at all.
I'm telling you, this was deep.
Like, I'm so impressed that Rambo 3 inspired you.
I really feel like I need to go back and watch Rambo 1 and 2 again, because I'm quite sure that there was little messages that were in there as well. I just was so... I don't know. I just was very impressed with whoever wrote this was really, I feel like it was meant to be
they
deeper.
had a deeper meaning.
Yeah.
And it got lost in all the explosions and the everything. But
and I'm sure after all the money, you know, okay, well,
whoever needs to get it will get it.
Right. But who would have thought that...
I wonder if views on Rambo 3 are going to go up now, because I'm going to have to go watch it too.
Hey, that would...
You're welcome, Sylvester Stallone, and your residuals.
Yeah, just remember that. Remember the small people. But I don't know. It just...
No, that's I really want... I want to go see it now. But that's really cool. I mean, it's true. I mean, at the end of the day, you want to surround yourself with people that are going to support you either way. But regardless, you still have your own path to walk. And it doesn't matter... You know,
who thinks you're ready,
or who thinks you're not ready. It's you. It matters what you think.
Well, and I guess it touched home for me too on a personal level, because it made me think of like learning to use my gift. I mean,
absolutely.
There was plenty of people that said, you know, you should go and do this, or you should do that, and you should, you know, but I wasn't ready for a long time. I just wasn't ready. Right. And I needed to be, I had to sit and wait and literally chip away all of these pieces of myself that told me that this can't be real, or, wow, it doesn't make a difference. It's not going to be, you know,
right.
All of this mindset. And then to finally say, okay, I accept who I am. And now I'm not afraid to... Before I would whisper it. Before it would be like, yeah, I can communicate with people that passed away. And now it's like, I'm a spiritual medium, and this is who I am, and that's okay. Like,
it's who I am.
Yeah, I'm not... I don't hold back, and that is an amazing feeling. And so, I don't know, maybe that's what led me to it, but I also love the fact that when the commander said, well, I got to move on. I can't wait for you. I can show you. I can lead you. But, I mean, at the end of the day, you got to sink or swim, or you've got to decide to wade in the water. You know? What are you going to choose? But I'm going to go my own way.
Right. And he wasn't going to force him.
No.
You know,
he was like,
hey,
holler at me.
Yeah,
holler at me when you get back in the States. But I got to go. And you know what? You may get in a pickle and get kidnapped and... you know, held hostage.
And you hope that Rambo will come.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, Sylvester Stallone was good looking then.
Yeah.
Like,
I've got a few years ahead of you. So yeah, I was young, you know, in my teen years when he was a heartthrob.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's how old I am.
Whatever. Whatever.
Rambo was hot old.
Oh, like, I just remember, like, I'm pretty sure that our old neighbor, like, I'm pretty sure that he wrapped something around his arm.
Okay, that's hilarious.
I'm pretty sure. I won't name his name. But I may have to send him an email and ask him, hey, did I just make this up? But I'm pretty sure that happened.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, but who would have thought Rambo, out of all things that I could have watched. Now, I'm not going to lie. I like
Action.
Oh, yeah, like Jason Statham. Oh,
yeah. I mean,
Wow.
who doesn't like Jason Statham?
oh.
He's easy on the eyeballs, I'm not going to lie.
I haven't been to the movies in
I want to see
years.
Hobbs and Shaw.
I went to see it.
Was it good?
Alone. I went by myself. Listen, I was so nervous. This is why I didn't bring any. I could have brought you. I could have brought my son. All kinds of people. First, I'm walking into the theater. This lady's like, "You're coming to see a movie alone?" And I'm like, "Yes." Imagine that. Like, I didn't know. I don't like movie theaters.
Well, that's why I would never ask you to a movie, because I know you don't like movie
I have
theaters.
not been in a long, years.
Okay.
And I can't remember the last movie I saw. Anyways, so I always say no. And when it came out, I was like, I'm going to do it. But I didn't want to bring anybody because I didn't want to be like, I knew if this got overwhelming, I could leave. And
Right. It wouldn't affect anyone else.
And so I went in. The movies have changed so much. What?
Did you recline?
Yeah. I mean, what? I had to pick my seat? Really?
Yeah.
Like, huh? That blew my mind. So then I keep going. Aside from the whole sticker shock of like $10 to see a movie.
Yeah, you got to go on Tuesdays.
Oh, wow. No, but then here's the thing. I knew when I clicked the little thing, there was only 2 other people in the whole theater. And I'm like, oh, thank you, God. So I think there was a total of 12 people maybe, that was in the theater the whole time. But the whole process, like I got a bottle of water, and I wanted to get some popcorn. I don't even like popcorn, but it's like, I felt like I needed to get a little popcorn. And you can get like a buffet, and then there's a bar in the movie theater?
Yeah.
What's going on?
I know.
So then I walk in, and you can't see, there's like rows. It just, everything. The whole process was so...
But it's comfortable now. You don't have to walk on top of anybody to get to your seat.
That's so true. And of course, but
I mean, it used to be, excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
But get this. I didn't realize, because I was so taken aback by like having to choose my seat. Where do you sit in the movie theater? Center, right?
I'm back center.
Oh, see, I'm center girl. Well, I didn't realize that the person that I, like, it didn't click, excuse me. I knew that there was somebody else sitting next to me. I didn't realize how next to me. And so this whole theater that at this point only has 2 other people are sitting 1 chair over from me. and they're he kind of looks at me, because I do a lot alone, which I love. Doing things by yourself empowers you in some way. And especially coming from me, I used to never, if I saw somebody eating alone, I was going to invite them to eat at my table. Seriously. And so the fact that I do anything alone is, I love it.
It's a big deal for you.
It's a big deal. So I get into the movie theater, and I'm like, oh, hi. You know, only 2 people. They were old. I don't think they were going to be making out or anything like that. But you saved me in the movie theater.
How?
Because I don't watch TV too often unless I'm like watching these random rogue movies. It was so loud.
Oh, you used my earplugs.
Yes.
I know, it's super loud in the movies.
But guess what? The old man, you know what triggered the thought that I had earplugs? The old man sitting right next to me had earplugs. And I'm like,
He might have had hearing aids.
No, they were plugs.
Oh, they were plugs.
I was so excited because I don't know. That was so loud.
So see, it was a tool for later use.
I was so excited.
I'm so excited you used them.
I did. I was so excited. But I kicked back. I reclined. I felt like I was like, I needed a blanket. I felt like if I fell asleep that I may stay. Like,
it's comfortable.
I wonder if but I did see Hobbs and Shaw. Just because I felt that if my man was going to be there, yes, I could not have him there and me not see him.
Well, you were so thoughtful, and I'm sure that Jason Statham is so excited that you were by yourself thinking of him.
He should be. Yes.
And I'm so glad that we can inspire people with the randomness that you find in action movies. Let's see what other action movie can inspire you next week on Spiritual Highways Podcast.
finding the joy in the everyday
We
things.
are. I
right?
love it. I love it. I'm curious. I don't know what's going to happen next week, people. It could be anything.
I'm sorry that
She may watch, My Little Pony. I don't know, but we'll see.
I never would watch that, I don't think. But you know what? Black Stallion was one of my favorites when I was a little kid. I don't remember what it was like. But yeah, so I guess I don't know what I brought to the table with my random movie.
Your randomness. I have some actual news.
Okay, please.
So, you were drooling over Jason Statham. I was working, and we now have the ability. People can go to our website, and
this is news to me.
You're looking at me like, what are they doing? And they can book readings with you online. So they don't even have to text, call, not get a response.
What?
They literally just go to the website. You go to book with a session with Leigh Ann, and it'll click on it, and you'll click session with Leigh Ann, and they can choose a date and a time and book it.
That makes me very
And you're welcome.
Oh, I love you. I love you.
Well, you should love David, as he actually did the legwork.
Thank you, David. Thank you.
I just
appreciate that. Yes, because we all know about Leigh Ann
and her,
Yeah, the love-hate relationship I have with the telephone.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now you can bypass her.
Yeah.
To get to her.
That's it. And look, I hope as long as they know that you can put that your name is like Jane Doe. I don't even know. I don't have to know who you are. That's great. I know. Am so excited.
So you go to spiritualhighways.com, and then there's a little menu, and you click on that, and you'll see where you can book a session.
Yay.
I know.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah,
I'm excited. I need to get a link to that.
Okay.
Awesome.
I'll show you how it works.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I might need to book an appointment with myself.
Oh, and we have some reminders too. Festival fair coming up, health and wellness fair, spiritual wellness fair, October 6th.
Yep.
Holiday Inn Airline Highway.
I am really excited about that. We've been working on.
I know we're working on stuff for that. And
Michelle ordered some really cool little things, giveaways for it. I was really excited. So
yeah, we're gonna have fun. So we hope we see you there. Tickets are on sale. I think they're like $7 something early bird. Yep.
That's awesome.
And I think we've shared that link on our Facebook page.
Yeah, Coyote Moon.
Coyote Moon's a sponsor. Red Shoes.
Yep.
I need to.
I couldn't.
Sponsors. I'm gonna have to get them all listed, and we'll talk about it next time.
Absolutely, yeah, because I'm really excited about it.
I am excited too, and so we'll have that next time around.
Yes. Well, I am looking forward to it, and I hope that my random
thoughts by Leigh Ann.
Yeah. Well, Lord knows that could be.
No, that was good. Like, I didn't see where you were going, and so I'm sitting here going, okay, where's she going with this?
I think,
whoa.
I think I may be Rambo for Halloween.
That would be good.
I'm not cutting bangs, but I think I could curl my hair and I can make it work.
Yeah, just get a wig.
Okay. I mean, maybe.
A Rambo wig.
Yeah, I'm going to be a girl Rambo.
You could just get, like, a mullet and put a bandana
No,
on it.
this is taking a turn. This is going a whole nother direction.
Okay, guys, we'll talk to you next time.
Bye.
You've been listening to the Spiritual Highways podcast with Leigh Ann and Michelle. Catch up on past episodes at spiritualhighways.com, on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, and more.